Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. Dang, it is Monday. It is the Monday after Cinco de Mayo. It's a tough Monday, if you will. There is not a whole lot going on with our weather here, which we're going to preview, but there is a lot going on with the weather in the middle of the United States. They're going to have really bad storms today, and that's been a story for them. There, like the last month has been brutal for the Midwest. So that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today because it's pretty significant, and then wanted to talk a little bit about just tornadoes, severe weather in general. Okay, so let's get you to it. Okay, I started out too early. Let me see if I can backtrack here. Can I backtrack? I cannot. Okay, we're going to start in February. So the average tornadoes per month, I want to show you this because it really paints a good picture. As the country warms up and then cools off, that has a big impact on where we see tornadoes. So usually in the cooler months, so late fall, winter, early spring, tornadoes are most likely in the southern United States because that's where warm air actually makes it into the country. You need a mixture of warm and cold air for tornadoes. As we get into the latter spring months and into summer, the tornadoes move north because they need that mixture of warm and cold air. It gets too hot here for us to see severe, turning in the atmosphere. So let's take you through it. You can see in February, the most tornadoes are in the south. Then check this out. By March, it's Texas, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, Florida that sees the tornadoes. Then in April, which April is usually the most active month for tornadoes across the country, all of the South, parts of the Midwest, parts of the Illinois, Ohio Valley, they see tornadoes. Then we get to May, it shifts into the Midwest. By the time we get to June, you can see that the tornadoes start to move north because that's where the warm and cold air are mixed. By July, tornadoes are the most likely in Canada, as well as North Dakota and Minnesota. And then August, we don't really see a whole lot of tornadoes because the whole United States is so hot. Then we start getting into September. September, you can see it shifts back down to the southeast. That's due to hurricanes. September is the most active hurricane month, and you guys know when these hurricanes come through, strong ones, they can spawn tornadoes. So the southeastern United coast as well as the Gulf Coast sees the most tornadoes in September. It's really interesting, isn't it? October, it shifts down to the south, and then November, it is the south, and then December, it's the south as well. So it really just has all to do with the mixture of warm and cold air. Now, here today you can see scattered storms across the eastern third of the country, but there's a storm system ramping up in the Midwest that's going to bring a line of storms to parts of Oklahoma, and man, is it going to be bad there today. I wanted to show you the temperatures so that you can see the mixture of warm and cold air. You can see that cooler air in the Rockies is going to mix with that warm air in the Midwest, and that is really going to bring them pretty significant tornado outbreak. The threats, see the pink from like Oklahoma City down through Wichita, a large portion of Oklahoma. That is a level 5, an extreme risk of severe weather. We only see the Storm Prediction Center issue that level 5 like 2 or 3 times a year. So here's the risk categories. We are very often in a level 1. Level 1 basically just means we could see a stray strong storm. You're looking at just general thunderstorms. By the time you get to level 2, the yellow, which we see often here as well, that means a few more storms could be strong to severe, still low in probability, is not going to have a major impact. Once you get to level 3, you're looking at widespread severe storms. We see a level 3 here sometimes. Level 4 is pretty rare. Strong tornadoes are likely when a level 4 is issued. Widespread wind damage, really large hail, long-lived tornadoes are possible. Intense storms, level 4. And then once you get to 5, you're looking at like a strong tornado outbreak with significant damage. EF4, EF5 tornadoes likely. really intense stuff. And that's what they're going to see there in Oklahoma later on today. So I know that they're going to be on high alert. So I wanted to bring you through kind of the high-res model because you can see those storms really start popping off this evening from Wichita to Oklahoma City. You can see that supercell right over Oklahoma City. That thing looks like a tornado. Not good. Moves east, and this is going to be while it's dark outside, so that's an additional threat, is that this area could see strong tornadoes overnight, and then that squall line moves east. So they are going to see a very rough day today. For us here, we're just looking at a few isolated storms, okay? But if you are a weather nerd, just pay attention to Twitter. I'm sure, the Weather Channel is going to be on it. We'll be monitoring it. I expect definitely some pretty strong tornadoes out of that area today. We're not going to see any of that here. In fact, we're looking at only about a 30% chance for a few isolated storms. Best chance for rain this week here is going to be overnight Tuesday into Wednesday while we are asleep. And then a more significant, impactful system, cold front on Thursday, going to bring us scattered storms. It's a pretty strong cold front for this time of year. I don't think we're going to see tornadoes, can't rule it out, but I do expect strong storms with this system. There is the potential, at least, for those. After that front moves through, it is really going to impact Mother's Day weekend. It looks like we're really going to see things cool off and some pretty dry air move in, which is going to make for a really nice weekend. And you can see Climate Prediction Center has the southeast as unseasonably cool. This is a 6 to 10 day outlook, so this is this weekend into early next week. We're in the bullseye for unseasonably cool weather. What does that mean? Well, our average high is 80 degrees. So we're looking at temperatures in the low to mid 70s for Mother's Day, okay? So this week, next 3 days, especially Wednesday, we're going to be near 90 degrees, so near record warmth. And then we drop back down into the mid 70s by this weekend. Morning lows will be back in the low 50s, guys, so you'll have to pull out the winter, not the winter coats, but like the thicker coats for your Saturday, Sunday activities. So this is a look at the weekend. It does look really, really nice. You can go ahead and make outdoor plans for your Mother's Day holiday. And yeah, it just looks like after that front comes through, we'll see kind of after a pretty stormy pattern that we've been in over the last week, we'll see calmer weather for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's it. That's the weather where you are across the country today. Little tornado climatology for you. I certainly will be watching Oklahoma. Of course, if there's any video of tornadoes, we will be showing it on Atlanta News First at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I definitely think that we will be seeing some pretty significant tornadoes today out of the Oklahoma City area. Okay? All right, y'all. Hope you have a great day, and I will see you back here tomorrow.